Hello friends from Sri Lanka. It was finally sunny today, so I just can't sacrifice the sun. I need to be out here for this next video. And this is a video on what I learned, lesson number 2 from the dog and cat shelter. And it's all about self-awareness. The dogs taught me a thing or two about how to be less reactive. So every day at 3 p.m., there would be this cat to roam the roof, walk on the roof, and eat her meal on the roof. This is where she liked to hang out. She never left. This is where we fed her. But at this time, every day at 3 p.m., the dogs would freak out. And I'm talking 150 dogs would bark hysterically at her for probably 10 straight minutes. I mean, that's a lot of barking. It's a lot of energy. Just hoping and wishing that their bark, that their predator instincts would get her down so they could maybe eat the cat, punish the cat. I don't freaking know, but they had a plan, and guess what? It never worked. The cat was very resilient, like most cats are, and she just kept eating. No problem. With 150 dogs accosting her with barks. And I remember just laughing at these dogs. I'm like, dogs, you get that this is not gonna help. Like, you're yelling at her, you're barking at her, it's not gonna get her down. But obviously, they didn't understand me, and it didn't change, and they did this for a week. They do this every day for their entire lives in this shelter. That's what I found out. So, what does this tell you about human beings? Well, I know I do this. I know I see human beings acting a certain way habitually, maybe complaining about the same things, doing the same behaviors, doing the same actions, and expecting a different result. But that doesn't work. But the difference between human beings and dogs and all animals is that human beings have a developed enough brain that we have self-awareness. We can actually step outside of our experience and see what we're doing and make a change consciously. Dogs can't do this. Dogs don't have that ego structure. So, if you look at your own life, what are you barking about? You know, what are you barking about every single day and expecting a different result for? You know, it could be a job, it could be a person. Well, for me, what I complain about recently is that I've just been feeling like, just like really connected, way too connected to my phone and kind of like addicted to it. And I notice every morning I start the day with my phone instead of starting the day with meditation. Instead, I get infiltrated with all of this stimulus from this thing. And so what I'm choosing to change with some self-awareness is keeping my phone on airplane mode until I've done my meditation practice and my other spiritual practices, so I can start the day with a little bit more mindfulness and presence. Between stimulus and response, there is space. And in the space, we decide our response. And in the response, we find our growth and our freedom. That is a paraphrased quote from Viktor Frankl, and he's a psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust. And if he can survive the Holocaust with this kind of self-awareness, knowing that our response decides our livelihood, decides everything, then I think we can do it too. And it's too bad animals can't. But that's why animals need, people like us to care for them and love them no matter what. Okay, that's lesson number 2. Let me know if you learned anything and what you're going to take on to shift your own way of being this week. Bye.